Zane.
All right, we're live.
Alright. Someone was about to ask me a question, or do you want me to go ahead and start by repeating my answer?
Yeah, so it's just the biggest thing we hear, especially in TradingView, is futures. Where are the stops? And me, I'm like, where are my algo order types that I want? So have at it.
When we come in with one, we're probably going to come in and do them all. And
All right,
this
we're
is,
live.
this is something that we've received a lot of feedback on. This is something that we've had a consistent flow of emails coming in saying, hey, we love the product, but one thing that we have to have is this. And so we're very aware of that, and we're working on getting it out as soon as possible while making sure that everything works. And we hope to have that done pretty soon. So, yeah, that's not too far off.
And just maybe as like a little teaser, are there any additional algo order types that you guys might be working on?
We gotta keep that under wraps, because if we start coming out with what we have, our competitors right away are gonna, they're gonna try and follow up.
All right.
So we'll see. We'll see if we can let something go a little early, but stuff like that we generally like to keep under wraps until it's out.
Okay. Now, I just made a little sheet here of some of the stuff that has been kind of hot as far as discussion with OKCoin. Uh, I know like the Bitcoin Wisdom guy. I don't know if anybody has actually spoken with him in regards to getting the futures on over there.
Um, it's weird. I was trying to find out who the guy is. He's actually Chinese. And so I don't know how we're having so much problems getting in touch with him, but I've sent him messages on Bitcoin Talk, um, and last time that seemed to work when we had a small change that needed to be made when we were switching from .cn to .com.
Hmm.
But this time he hasn't gotten back to me. So if you guys, and if any of you guys know another way to contact him besides his Bitcoin Talk account, I'd love to have it so I can try and get in touch with him and see what we can do to help him out with getting the futures on there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you've been aware that whether it be via Twitter, I know Flipper's posted on Bitcoin Talk. I forgot my password on Bitcoin Talk, and when you try and enter it, you have to wait 2 minutes to re-enter. So I'm just like kind of giving up on figuring out how to get back on there, unless I just want to make a new account. But he seems to be a little bit MIA right now. But
Yeah,
go ahead.
and he's MIA on Twitter as well. Like he doesn't tweet a lot, doesn't really do much of anything a lot. So yeah, it's makes things a little bit harder for sure.
And then in regards to the, kind of Bitcoin wisdom like chart you guys have for the futures, why is that so kind of, I don't know, like the technical aspect of it, but it just seems to be laggy, it freezes a lot and stuff like that.
Uh, we have some stuff coming out with charts that I think people will like. I don't know when for sure everything will be updated, but I think you'll like what we're doing.
Okay. And then just some features as far as additional requests. We have a request for a cancel all orders button.
And is that for site wide or futures or something specific?
Yeah, for like the futures, as far as, what'll happen is whether it be, limit bids or limit ask, you'll have, you know, you'll have them kind of staggered, right? And you might have, I don't know, anywhere from 3 to 5 to 8 of these orders. Well, if the market starts moving real quickly, people want to change that, and they just want a button where they can cancel all the orders that they have outstanding, and then just go about re-entering them. Does that make some sense?
Um, I cut out there at the very end, but yeah. Cancel all orders is something that we've talked about, and you have to be careful because with cancel all orders, it makes it easier for people to put orders on the order book that they're intentionally going to pull once the price starts moving,
Hmm.
and so it can lead to a little bit of manipulation. But you're gonna have to weigh the good with the bad on this one, and it is something that we're still considering adding. And if we get enough if we get enough feedback one way or the other, that might
Yes,
make us our decision. But
yes, add it. Add it. It's ridiculous not having it.
Yeah, and I would just like to touch upon, I mean, we're all cognizant of kind of the quote stuffing that goes on, but I think it's actually happening right now even through, my guess is through the API. I see flashes of like, a bid or an ask right at the front of the book for, 500, 300 contracts. And before I can get to it and click it, it's gone. And this happens regularly across all the contracts. But I'm not here really complaining about it. I just know that's kind of the way it is. And I mean, the cancel all button it's just a nice feature when the markets start moving very quickly. Um,
It's
and you have a
yes.
complete change of mind.
all right,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's like if you've got loads of order stuff there and the market moves, you just want to go boom, because I don't want to sell there anymore because Stamp's just done 1,000 coin buy. Cancel
right.
all asks. We're going up. I don't want to sit there going click, half a second, click, half a second, click. I mean that is ridiculous. And like the whole idea of like, oh, we're preventing manipulation. I don't know if this is coming from the top guy or something, but I just think it's ridiculous. Like, because I mean, you saw Hubi put that 5K wall up today. They battered the price down. They got filled up about 1,500 BTC. Let the wall go, and off we go. That's going on Hubi. It's going on. It's going on everywhere. So, I think there should be no restrictions on. I think it's a limiting thing. It's a limiting. You're restricting yourselves, whereas no other exchange is restricting anybody else in any other way. I think it's a negative. I think it's a net negative.
All right. Well, I'll bring this back up, and I'll definitely relay your guys's opinions. And it is something that we brought up. It wasn't a strong decision either way. It wasn't no, we're not going to do that, or it wasn't, yeah, let's do it right now. But
Whoever's against it, they need to come on here.
well, I think Chinese Chinese users tend to be much what's the word? I guess harder to please than Western users. Like when the price goes down, it's automatically our fault, and when the price goes up, it's because they were somehow able to get over OKCoin's price manipulation. But and so when you have things like that, like a cancel all order, it's kind of magnified, or it can be magnified. I shouldn't say it is. It can be magnified by a lot of the users saying, I saw that order go up, and you guys have this cancel all, and now you guys are just trying to have big traders manipulate us. But I think last time we touched on this was even before OKCoin.com was out. It might have been when we only had .cn. But so I'll bring that back around and see what I can do for you guys.
But definitely, I mean, it comes down to basically what do you define as manipulation, really, doesn't it? If I put up a huge fat ask, and then because I'm going to sell, and then I decide, and then it makes everybody sell, and it goes down, and I say, oh, that's spooking the market, I'm going to pull that order, and I'm just going to incrementally iceberg sell, and then people don't see the big ask, and was that manipulation or wasn't that? And I don't think anybody should be able to kind of say that it was or it wasn't. It's just people have got coins, they've got CMY. Let them do whatever they want, I mean, at the end of the day, if Bitcoin's worth $400 a coin, it's worth $400 a coin. Somebody puts a big ask up, people panic, sell it down. You know what I mean? I think it's wrong.
All right, yeah, I completely understand what you mean. Give people the tools to do what they want and let them do it. Um,
Yeah,
so yeah, I'll bring it up. I'll see what I can get done for you guys.
All right, and then as far as what I do on my phone currently is I just have basically the OKCoin desktop mode running on my Android device
Alright.
because I haven't checked lately, so I might be dated on this. Is there an implementation for just even the mobile version to have futures on there?
Not yet.
Okay.
It's not on the
That
app either.
that is something.
Not the
It,
app, just the site.
oh, for the mobile site,
Yes.
I actually don't know. I haven't checked the mobile site in a little bit. Let me see what I can find out for you.
Okay.
Zane, stops. Stops. For the love of
Yeah.
God, give us stops. I mean, I know you said algo's coming. It can't come fast enough. I can't sleep in a position. Long or
Yeah.
short, I just can't go to bed like this, you know?
Yeah. But 10 times leverage, I definitely understand. You gotta be very careful with the market and not having a
Yeah.
stop can hurt. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to go to sleep and find out PayPal's put some news out and we've pumped up, $100 and I've been like 10x short, you know?
Yeah. I completely understand. I'll get out the whip. I'll see what I can do.
Do it then.
That is, but believe me when I say that is one that we know. We know there is demand for it. We're working on getting it out. It's just, we'd much rather make you guys wait a couple days and come out with a polished product that works instead of coming out 2 days earlier and then find out that, we're gonna have orders that aren't getting placed on the books or have some other problems. But that is one thing that we absolutely are going for.
Nice. Yeah, the Bitcoin Wisdom guy, he doesn't like OKCoin. That's his problem. Because I
Uh,
mentioned to him, I said to him, get rid of Huobi or BTC and put OKCoin at the top. And he was just like, he just let out on this big rant about how OKCoin's volume's fake, 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 all this stuff. I ended up getting into one of those arguments with him, so that's
where
his problem.
was this on
What?
Bitcoin Talk?
Yeah, it's on Bitcoin Talk. You can check my post history. It's on there somewhere. I don't post that often, so probably be like 5 or 6 down probably.
Did he just do that? I looked at the
There's
post he had on
there's,
Twitter the other day or earlier today.
there's a while. I'll pull it up for you. I'll pull it up for you now.
Cool, thank you. Um, yeah, I don't know. The Chinese, which I assume he is Chinese actually, because I did the who is lookup and it's registered to China, and I remember Casper from Bitcoinity once thanked him, and I think said his name was Meow. Um, but yeah, I don't know. He hasn't been getting back to me or responding to my messages on Bitcoin Talk, unfortunately. But we'll, hopefully, if there's enough demand, not just from me, but from other traders, he'll be forced to listen.
So YOLO Bear was asking a question in regards to the futures index calculation.
Uh-huh.
He was looking at the ANX exchange, and he notices it's quite a bit below the rest of the exchanges.
Right.
He was thinking it was kind of dragging down price. He also told me BTC Trade, but I was just looking at the index currently, and it looks like BTC Trade is at least in line right now. I don't know. Can you just take me through? Like I know you guys have it written out. I've read through it as far as if one exchange will get too far out of whack, you would make basically like a recalculation at some point.
Yeah.
What's kind of the thought process, and just kind of take me through that.
All right. So the way that we do it is if any of the exchanges get too far out of line, and let me see what that is. It's 10% of the other exchanges, I believe. Yeah. So if one exchange the price is over 10% or under 10% of the average price of the other exchanges, that exchange will get kicked off until it enters back into the zone where it's within 10% of the other exchanges. And so that's to keep something from, like a BitConnect flash crash when that goes down to happen around a settlement. around the time of settlement for a contract. It's to avoid something like that. It'll just kick it off, and then it'll use the other exchange's average.
Hey,
Okay.
yeah, I've got a quote here from Bitcoin Wisdom. I don't trust OKCoin either. The bid ratio distribution never goes right. If their system doesn't have the floor, it must contain fake trades. I'll put you the link to it here.
Please do. I'd love to look into that.
That's a link.
But
Just
we have nothing to hide. People have been coming at us with fake volume for ever since I've worked here. I've I've told people why that is. I've shown them why that is. It's very obvious why that is. But I think some people they don't want to believe it. It's in their head that zero fee OKCoin's bad. So you can only do so much.
Zane,
Go ahead, Flipper.
I was gonna say, what about putting a base price on these futures? Because like if I add more to the short, like say I'm short, like 370, and it goes up to 380, and I add some more onto the short at 380, it's gonna say my average price is 385, 375, yeah. But then
Right.
if I take some off the short, it doesn't like adjust my average price, like Bitfinex. Like, this is important. This is really important. I want to know if you've done this. Did you set up an account on Bitfinex and go and trade some coins on there with margin and stuff?
Yes, I did.
You did. And did you notice a little base price?
I didn't trade in the literal sense as in trying to make money. I just did it to get the process of how the system works. But yeah, I went through and tried it out.
Well, you should. They've got the base price. So if you're short and you start getting underwater, you can start trading it down to like adjust that base price. So you kind of like back into like a profitable position. So your average price then for the order is like is then in a profitable position. It's just something that makes you feel better when you get underwater and you can start trading it back.
All right.
Yeah.
Have a look into it on
Yeah,
Bitfinex.
yeah, I'll
I
add
think
that.
every single person I've spoke to wants that. Every single person.
I just wanted to articulate a little bit. I think the base price calculation is something that's very psychological for a trader. And Flipper is correct. I mean, it's nice, yes, if the short is basically, I get in at 370 for half my position, right? And then it goes up to 380. I'm technically underwater on my short, but then I add another half, so my base price becomes 375. But yeah, like as it's going down, I should be able to, as well as offload that position and adjust the base price as well. It just ends up being a little bit harder to kind of do that in your head and deal with the psychological aspect of still being underwater in the trade. Because technically, let's say, I'm just scalping 380 to 378, right? And I do that like 10 times over. I'm technically like in profit for the trade, but it's still going to tell me that my base price is still like 375. So
All
I
right.
don't know if maybe that confused you more, but
No, I think I'm catching on. I'm pretty sure I understand what's going on.
all right. And then I was just trying to field some of the questions from TradingView. So do you just? I know we hear this a lot, and actually, but before I go on to the question, I just wanted to reiterate the whole fake volume thing, which is just kind of ad nausea. And I'm sure you have to hear it all the time, but you get kind of, it's like, okay, they're gonna bring this up again. But I just like to compare it to like the way the pit traders in the 1980s accused the Nasdaq of being fake. That was pretty common for them to be like, well, so you're telling me two human beings aren't shaking hands to make the trade? How do you know that what's going on in that machine over there is real? So to view it in a similar way, people come from a fee-based,
I'm just gonna stop you right there. I would cut out for like the past 10, 15 seconds. My apologies.
Okay,
Um,
yeah. I mean,
I,
I could just basically sum it up that I think the hardest part is people come from like a fee-based mentality, and they're not able to like pull apart the fact that a no-fee exchange is a completely different animal.
And
And go ahead.
yeah, to me, that's the part that I find so aggravating. Is it the 90% of the reason why they find a problem in the Chinese exchanges is because the volume's too high. But there is no problem with having a high volume. Inherently, that is not an issue. And they go, well, it must be fake because I look at Bitstamps and it's lower. But Bitstamp makes a cut from every single trade that happens. So you just can't compare the two.
Yeah.
And people just can't. I don't know why it is such a hard thing to wrap their head around, but it's just two completely different things. And that's one thing that I gotta give it out gotta give it up for Bitcoin average. When you look at it, he doesn't say I don't quote the Chinese exchanges because they're lying. He doesn't say I don't quote them for this or that reason. He just says I haven't figured out a way to compare fee exchanges versus no fee exchanges. And so for the time being, I'm just gonna leave it at fee charging exchanges, which I mean that's completely fair. I think that's the best way to present it.
Hey Zane, I got one for you. Auto margin features. I mean,
All right.
honestly, it's another major thing I hear feedback off people. They move to OKCoin China and say, "Oh yeah, I love OKCoin China. Look at this, it's doing wild swings. Oh my God, they're FOMOing themselves to death." The only thing is, I can't leverage trade because I have to keep borrowing BTC and borrowing CNY, and I just want to like get margin short and then I want to get margin long all in one, no messing around.
Yeah.
So you're going back to like the BitConnect style P2P platform?
Well, you're already on China on the Bitfinex P2P style margin trading, but on the China site you just have to take out the loan or take out the short
Right.
in advance, and it's I don't know why.
Um, I really actually don't know.
Whoever's like endorsing this needs to be shot.
That change is it's a lot harder to make. It takes a bit of time. But when I did bring it up originally, we were all in agreement that all right, our system the way it is right now is too confusing. It has too many steps, and there's just too much friction. And so we're working on what the new iteration of that'll be. And I'm not sure how much time we have left on. I'm not sure where we are in the process, but again, that's something that after our first talk, I wrote it down, and it's something that we're all in agreement with. There's no doubt about it there. We all agree on that one.
That's nice to know, Zane. Cool.
All right, so I was just taking some of the questions that I'm pulling off TradingView, and Rookie'd ask, and I know Flipper and I both hear this a lot as far as kind of the way the withdrawal process gets clogged up over at OKCoin. Can you just take us through what's going on over there and why that takes a little while?
Absolutely, and I'm gonna start it off by we will have this change soon, and it has been an absolute nightmare for the people on the international team. So what it's all from is, if you remember a little bit earlier, I said that Chinese users can be a little bit more demanding and troublesome than Western users. And the reason why that is I mean, the Chinese person can lose the phone, their email address, and I mean, they can have every single thing go wrong. Every password they set was 123456, and if the coins get stolen from our account, we're gonna get blamed. And so when we moved over to .com, we have a lot of the same withdrawal systems, and one of that is logging in from a different IP address. And so when you're in China, right, if you live in China, chances are you're not really going to leave China that much, and so the IP address is always going to be the same. But a lot of foreigners use VPNs. They do a lot more trading on the go. They're much more mobile. And so when we moved that withdrawal system over to .com, we had a lot of problems where it's coming up with a different IP address than the one normally used, and so it thinks that it's a somebody trying to hack or defraud the account.
Okay.
Another one is that we generally just try and do it on the first withdrawal, and then if we can clear everything, it'll go smoother in the future. And then another one is if you withdraw to a different Bitcoin address. However, we're going to change that because you should withdraw to a different address every time. And I hopefully we'll have this changed here in like the next upcoming hours because it has been driving us absolutely crazy.
So what's that you changed in the next couple of hours? What's that? I just missed the end of it.
Getting the withdrawal problems fixed. Having it to where when you withdraw your coins, you withdraw your coins. We're gonna have some criteria that if they meet the criteria, that automatically pass through. And yeah, so we'll try and get those problems fixed as soon as possible because that's causing us a huge headache.
All right, and then just kind of off that same, the same line of thought, we had like this whole fake Skype account thing go down.
Yep.
Do you just want to kind of address that and like what you guys have found out and what kind of happened?
So, we have OKCoin space support, and we made a mistake when signing up for it to not go ahead and get every single possible iteration of that name that somebody might try and take. And so what happened is they got the account name OKCoin support without the space. And then it was pretty much just one huge asshole. And thank God he was so poor at impersonating us. But because of that, we decided to take Skype off of our page. And we've lodged complaints with Skypes on multiple accounts. So we're trying to get this fixed as soon as possible. But Skype is not helping us at all. They're barely responding. So as soon as we get them off of the account or get the account deleted, we'll put the Skype support back up. But up until then, we don't really want to have anybody seeing that and then accidentally getting defrauded of coins. So that's why it's down for now.
All right, good. Yeah, and I know that was why it kind of linked in with the withdrawals.
Yeah.
I know the guy by the name of Jason V on TradingView kind of was taking us through that whole process where he was trying to withdraw. He got it got stuck. He tried to go about contacting, tried to use Skype, and this is kind of how it all led into that. So.
Yeah, and just something that you guys can always the one thing, OKCoin will not ask you for an for a confirmation code. It says that everywhere on our site. We will not ask for that. If anybody ever says, just give me the confirmation code or the SMS or whatever, just hang up the phone.
Hey Zane, how about my screen? I thought of this can you see my screen?
Yep. Month, last index.
Yeah. So this was an idea I came up with for the futures because I find this little order book, where the orders are system. I just find it really like it's okay. I mean, it only gives you like 3 or 4 orders on each side, and I need to see more. I need to see where the walls are and stuff like this. So I thought, right, what you could do is you could actually put 2 tabs on the bottom. Because you want to keep it condensed. So one tab is your classic look, and the next tab would be like this, and it would be like an order book visualization. So these would be like your asks or your bids, and then these would be like your asks, and then you'd have like the little price increments here, and then you'd have this slider along the bottom, which you could slide either this way or this way to like zoom in or out of this order book,
I think I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. So you got a different tab that gives you a different way of seeing the order book, and then you can see like the orders, and then you see boom, you see a big ask wall like up here at 380, and so you say, oh, I'm going to stick my ask right here, Does that make sense? No.
Yeah, we might have lost Zane. Maybe he cut out briefly. Yeah.
Does it make sense to everybody else?
Yeah.
Alright, I
Yeah,
cut
like-
out there at the end again, but can you send me the screenshot of what you just did there, Flipper?
Yeah.
Just email it to me or what? Here, actually, I can take it. Alright, oh, nope. Flipper, go back. Yeah,
I'm just gonna make it a little bit
there
prettier.
we go. Alright, and yeah, I'll see what I can do with that. I am pretty sure I understand you. When we get off here, I'll type something up and send it your way to make sure I understand.
Yeah, it's just an idea I come up with, so to like make it just like it's just like a usability thing, really, to make it easier for other people
So
and for
just
myself.
let me check real quick. So what you would do is you'd have a little slider pretty much, and you'd
Yeah.
be able to slide it along, and I guess you'd kind of see the wall, and as
Yeah.
you slide it down, you see, okay, if I go this far on the slider, it's 400 Bitcoin or whatever, and then you can kind of.
Yeah, so that slider zooms in and out of these increments in price. So at the moment it will be like 370, and then this one might be 375, and this one be 380. But then if I move the slider, maybe it moved the increments instead of being $5 increments, it'd be $10 increments. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
So
All
I
right.
can say like how much of the order book do I want to see, and then there might be like say like a big order, a big order here at 385, so there might be something, a big wall, and then I could say, oh, I'm gonna put, and then I could see that, easier, and then I could say, oh, I'm gonna put my ask, right in front of it. Whereas with the current system, all I'm seeing is like,
Right.
4
Yeah.
orders on either side.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's I'm gonna try and draw a mock-up of something like that here soon, and then I'll try and reach out to you to make sure that's what you're going for. And then,
I'll send you the link to this one.
okay, perfect. Awesome. Cool. Then I'll bring that up tomorrow.
All right, I'm just gonna go down the panel we have assembled here. Does anybody? We'll start from. I'll just go down the line. Adam, do you got anything you want to bring up to Zane?
No, not this time. I just appreciate your time, and this was very informative. Appreciate it.
All right, and Flipper, I'll hold off on you for the time being. Edwin, do you have anything you want articulated?
No, I'm good. Thanks.
Okay. Ill lulls, you got anything? All right, we'll just assume that's no. John, what's up, man? You got anything you want to?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
How
I
you
was
doing?
late to coming in, so I missed quite a bit of it. But no, I don't have enough information to ask any additional questions. But thank you.
Thanks for stopping by. Rob, I know you were. You got anything for Zane that you want to ask him? Okay, he just said he was good in chat. Shane, are you using OKCoin futures right now, or do you have anything for Zane?
I'm planning to use it, but I'm like terrified that it on stops.
All right. Very common concern from all of us. So Nell?
Hey guys, how's it
Yeah.
going? Yeah. Sorry, my daughter's in the room. Yeah, I wanted to ask about the charts that are on OKCoin.com because the chart page itself with the orders listed below is quite buggy. I mean, like if I leave the tab running in Chrome or Firefox or Opera, eventually it hangs, and I have to reload it. And also the chart's really slow. Are there any?
Yeah. I've been keeping it. I haven't been watching it because it slows my whole browser down.
All right. let me try and narrow this down. So you guys are talking about the charts page. When you say buggy, are you talking about just the chart, or do you mean the contracts down below? You know, where you can you can do the bid and ask just by clicking, or is it the
Yeah.
entire page?
Yeah, it's twofold actually. Well, the chart itself, well, for some reason, the page just stopped working, and you have to refresh it. And sometimes I can't even switch to the tab. Maybe it's a memory leak or something. I'm not sure what it is. But the other thing is that I can't actually click on the orders listed on the chart page, whereas I can click on the orders on the order page. Do you know what I mean? So if you go to the trade, and then you go to LTC BTC futures, you go to trade, then you can click the order book and it fills in the form for you, and then you can order the stuff there. But if you're on the chart page, you can't click on any of the links. That's another thing.
Ah, yeah, you're supposed to be able to. Let me throw that up on our bug list, and I'll look into that.
Okay. There's another thing as well. Once you've written that down, I want to share my screen. Show you.
And
Yeah, but I got that down. What were you gonna say?
I'll just share my screen and then
Oh, sorry.
I'll just share my screen and then you can
Go
see
for it.
that. Okay. Like on this page, for example, right? If I zoom in, so I do zoom out. Sorry, it skews the. What about
the futures page? Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. We're aware of that one. We're trying to get that fixed now.
Okay. Cool. And was there anything else? Yeah, the other thing is the cancel all orders, but I think Vix has probably covered that already.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
and I said so now everybody wants to cancel orders, and so now come on, back me up here. What was the other thing I said we all wanted? Base price. What about the base price, Finex style?
Yeah, base price, please.
I have a question for you guys doing the cancel all orders.
Sure.
Would it be like an absolute cancel everything? For example, like if I'm in futures and I cancel all orders, would you want that to cancel your spot trading, or would you want it to leave those alone, or?
It just cancels the current open.
Futures. Just the future, the open orders on futures. I mean, yeah.
All right.
Hey Zane, if you look at my screen, right? So I was talking about having it like this, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Now if you go on Crypto Watch, can you see it here?
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. And he used to have it, but they pushed this update out really fast. But when you used to put your cursor over it, like where my cursor is now, if you can hardly see it, when you used to put your cursor over it, it used to tell you like what price it is and how many BTC to that price. And I think that with a ticker like this is so much better than what you've got. Oh, and that's another thing as well. You're doing this. You're doing long polling. It's a technical term for like how you fetch the data. It just means you get a post request, and that's why you say, "Oh, I want to update it every second or every 5 seconds." You know, you're long polling. You're going back to the server every 5 seconds or every 1 second. When I don't know why you don't have like a WebSocket set up, so it's just like live, constant streaming.
It's really using long polling.
Over it, like when my cursor is now, if you have it. When you need to put your cursor over it, somebody needs muting. That price.
Alright, it was YOLO. Keep going.
Yeah. You know what I mean, Zane?
Yep. I remember I brought this up before, and they said that we had done that, but
if you have a look at my screen right now, OKCoin.com. What do I want? What is the actual link to the charts?
Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, he's a king. Yeah. Oh, right. Okay. So yeah. So if Bitcoin Wisdom guy hates OKCoin and he's not gonna stick your future stuff on Bitcoin Wisdom, because he's got this problem, right? And this is all we're gonna have to deal with. Okay, that's fine, right? But first thing is, I have to log in to view the charts. Not good enough. You know.
Yep.
Why have I got to log in to
I've
view the
brought
charts?
this up.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Second thing is, if we're on the charts page, let's get rid of all the other crap. Let's get rid of all the top, you know what I mean? Let's go Bitcoin Wisdom style on the charts page. Like all this, I never even scroll down all this because it's just.
Yeah, I agree.
Just get rid of all of this and just have this, just get Bitcoin Wisdom and just put Bitcoin Wisdom on the charts thing and just have the, you know what I mean? Just do this right.
I completely agree. Yeah, because my other thing is, if they're not looking at that, then they don't even know what you have. So it's a pain in the ass for them to sign up just to see what you have. You can get them to sign up if they see what you have. So I agree.
Exactly. And again, order book visualization. I mean, I know you guys are a bit anal about not showing all the order book, but I mean, you've got it all down here anyway. So let's get it working on the thing up here. And this is an old Bitcoin Wisdom riff anyway. But I mean, if I go to here as well, I don't know if you can see this on my console. Can you see this on my console? Can you see this? Can you see this here?
You might have
down
got
here.
cut out again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So what this is loading every time, I think this is the what's this? That's the JSON. So yeah, it's getting the JSON every however many seconds. This one, what's this one fetching? More JSON, fine. And this one, what's this one fetching? Yeah, it's also fine. There's one of them on one of the pages fetching complete crap. But anyway, that's what it's doing. Look, it's just doing this post request and get request. Look how many it's doing all the time, constantly.
Yep.
You know.
Okay.
It needs to be socket streaming.
Yeah, definitely sockets.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. One was another question from TradingView chat. Last Battle asks, why does it sometimes take 30 minutes to get an email into Outlook from OKCoin? Do you have any idea?
Excuse me?
He's saying that his Outlook email client sometimes takes over 30 minutes to get the confirmation from OKCoin. Any idea what's going on there?
No.
Okay. I mean, I don't have any. I know some other people have issues about receiving the emails. I haven't, so I just figured I'd bring it up because there was a question that was asked.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry.
No problem. Flipper, do you got anything else you want to add?
No, but have you made a note of all this, Zane?
If I could share my screen, yeah. So we have cancel all orders.
Go on, stick your screen on. Let's see it.
Let me see if I can. I'm not. Ooh. All right. How do you do that with?
Our feedback, we're telling you exactly what everybody wants, and if you just implement, if you just don't have this prejudice about cancel all orders and don't have the prejudice about showing, if you just put on what we say, everybody will go crazy. Okay, cancel all orders, yeah. Base price calculation, yeah, definitely. Auto margin, that's for the China site, yeah. Charts page is buggy and slow. Charts click to buy isn't working. Need a WebSocket instead of the refresh. Yeah, and charts page just needs to be full screen Bitcoin Wisdom style, no excess garbage.
Like I said, we're working on something. We're working on some of our charts. I think you guys will be pleased.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah,
right.
yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. I tweeted you the link to that little screenshot as well, so you can stick that on there as well if you want.
Actually, I think I already copied it. Nope.
Okay.
Here.
Cool. Brilliant.
I'll grab it. But can I get one thing from you guys? Is there anything else you guys need or want to know?
No, I'm happy. If you do all that and we get the algo orders, yeah, I'm really happy. I'm really happy. It's my preferred trading platform right now.
I'm happy to hear that. That's what I like to hear. But
Just
I just have one question for you guys. Anybody can chime in on this. Anybody, feel free to answer. What do you think is the one thing that's keeping the people not on OKCoin from OKCoin?
what, when they come on and then leaving?
No.
Like,
What-
why is there anybody still on Bitfinex?
I
That's
think
one way to
personally,
phrase it. Why are people still hesitant to just give us a shot?
I'll tell you why somebody like my dad, who holds a ton of coins, won't trade on a coin like a platform like OKCoin, is because he associates it with China, and he's an old school baby boomer.
Yeah,
That's-
and you know what? That's exactly what I said in Reddit. The reason why most people don't trade in China is because they have this underlying Chinese racism. You know,
Yeah.
they associate China with like
Now,
happy fake products, ripping people off, and
Yeah.
and that,
I
you know,
got
that's
the only experience I have with OKCoin is depositing, I think sending coins to them just to test them out, and then finding out that my coins were stuck for 3 days because I had just created an account. Pissed me off, and I just don't want to go back because I'm still pissed about it.
What do you mean your funds were stuck for 3 days just creating an account? What happened when you tried to withdraw?
It told me that I had to for some security reason, I had to wait 3 days to withdraw my money or my coin.
Did you change your password after creating it?
Yeah, I changed my password. I did two-factor authentication. I did everything.
It's once you change your password, we put a block on it. That way, somebody doesn't change your password and then withdraw.
Oh no, I never changed. My password was the same from the beginning.
Oh, that's why it just okay. You mind? Can you send me some way? You can email me at zanettackett@okcoin.com.
Put that email address in the chat, please.
Yeah. You can email me your name. That way I can look in to see, look in and see what happened. And I can try and figure out what the problem is and get it fixed. But I don't know if you were here earlier in the chat or not, but I did say that our withdrawal system will be fixed very soon because it has been causing us just as large of a headache as it has you guys. And we're very sorry for all the problems that it has caused, but we will have it changed very soon.
because Zane, this underlying anti-China attitude is like it's the only thing like why people aren't more onto OKCoin because they associate, even though it's international, they associate it with China. That's what puts people off. I mean, if I was like OKCoin, I'd be like pushing Bitcoin wisdom. I'd be saying, look, BTCE, there's no liquidity, there's no volume. Put us on there instead. That's what I was telling the guy. I mean, I had to bully him to put Bitfinex on there. But yeah, I definitely want to be on the top of Bitcoin wisdom because I think that's a sign of like credibility.
Yeah, that's big. And I also, real quick, just want to say that I think from a marketing perspective, it might help to delineate even more of the China operations from the international operations and market it more towards Western users, the international side. I mean, it still feels too Chinese again for somebody like my dad, but he wouldn't know it was Chinese if it didn't feel Chinese.
Right. We are working on getting away from. We're trying to get away from the Chinese perspective. We're working on some stuff, and we do hope to really start to differentiate. This is a Chinese site. This is the international site.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's something that we're trying to get done. But it's
So-
hard. When people hear OKCoin, the first thing they think is Chinese exchange, zero fee, fake volume, and so it's hard to get past that first impression. But I think slowly and surely we're doing it.
Yeah, agreed.
Did you guys just change your site?
What?
Does it look different now?
Well, Johnny, when was the last time you were on there?
A long time ago, 4 months ago.
Yeah, it's changed a lot.
Yeah.
Because it used to be just like text. There was not even any pictures on it.
Yeah, that's the Chinese way to go about things.
But Zane, I was just going to articulate a little bit on the question you asked. I think, from a U.S. perspective, you know, the people that want their regulated exchange, I think maybe CoinSetter is probably like the closest thing they have to it. You really aren't going to get those people because I hear the same thing from them, like, oh, your funds are overseas. You're gonna, the broker is the clearinghouse. Like it's just like those people are lost cause in my book, and it's fine. They can pay their 0.5% on every trade at CoinSetter with no liquidity through Stamp. I don't have any problem with that. But the people that are still on Bitfinex, that boggles my mind. But I think a lot of those people are starting to realize what a shitty platform is, and that the fact is Bitfinex is completely out dev teamed by OKCoin. They're skipping orders through their matching engine. You got this like privacy data leak. Fees are just too high. And I think slowly we're winning those people over. I mean, we just had Ulst, which is, I think basically nobody here really gets along with him very well, but he's even made the move over to OKCoin. And he's probably one of the last people that would ever take any of our advice. So I think it's a slow process, but they're just coming to realize you guys have a superior product.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. And it's hard because there's not a lot you can do to really change your reputation in a big swing. It's just gotta be constant, small steps.
Hey, Zane, my mistake, and I know you might laugh about this, but I do not have any experience with OKCoin. I know just a minute ago I said that I did, but I was actually confusing you with BTCE.
With BTCE?
Yeah, BTCE was the exchange that my coins got stuck on. I'm sorry, I misinformed you there, buddy.
Yeah, that's all right. How about you give us a shot now?
Well, I definitely will. I don't see why not. I mean, it sounds to me like everybody else in here that I chat with on a regular basis is saying things.
The only thing I'd say, John, is if you're going to try OKCoin now, you've got to make a decision, right? You've got to say, do I want to go OKCoin China, where it's got the algo tools, it's got really fast-moving market, really good liquidity, but to margin trade is a nightmare. It's like it's not even worth it. It's so annoying.
Yeah, I trade on margin all day, every day. I that would piss me the fuck off.
Okay, yeah. So then you say, okay. So then you say, okay, I want margin, so I'm going to go to OKCoin International. But then you're getting margin, but you're not getting as good liquidity, and you're not getting the algo orders, and you haven't got stops.
So what the fuck? No, it's like 796, but with no stops. That's bullshit, dude. Why? What's the point of that? Why can't I have a stop?
They're working on it.
Oh, we're working. Okay, so if it's something that's in the works, that's fine. I've been looking for a reason to move from Bitfinex for a while. I've been fucked out of a lot of money by their lack of ability to kind of track a quickly moving market. And it's cost me a couple $1,000, and they fucking I'm pissed.
Well, John, if you want to talk about quickly moving market, I mean, the downside to OKCoin is if you've got loads of orders and you want to press cancel all, there's no cancel all button.
What?
Yeah, I know. We're teaching Zane though. We're bringing him to the light.
Can I just add to that as well? Actually, you know how at the moment we've got take profits, so you can set a take profit, which is great. So, but if you're going to add stop orders, you're going to also have to cancel the take profit.
Hey, Sonil, every time you're in this chat, I have to go to the control room or the toolbox and turn your microphone up.
Okay.
Just so you know, it gets kind of annoying after a while, but I'll do it. Maybe you can adjust your settings at some point.
Okay, I have. I've ramped it right up, otherwise it starts distorting. Can everyone hear me better now? I've got the microphone on me.
I can hear you fine, Zanil.
Right.
Yeah, you're talking about take profit and stops.
So basically, Zane, do you know the order cancel orders, order cancels order?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. As long as you're implementing that, that'd be awesome, actually. Because then you can just leave a trade, walk away. You don't have to worry if it hits the target. Great. If it gets stopped out, fine. You know.
All right.
The other thing I wanted to talk about was if you're talking about barriers to entry on OKCoin.com. Well, the main one I think is TradingView charts. Yeah, you've only got a chart on the website, and TradingView's broken the fuck up. It's rubbish, absolute rubbish. They've got 2 days worth of data or 3 days or something,
Yeah.
and it just keeps getting overwritten. All the charts are labelled wrong. Yeah, so if you look at the if you look at OKCoin LTC USD, which should be the futures, it's actually showing BTC.
Yeah. I know what's up with the charts. I'm in touch with TradingView. We sent them corrections for the typos, and they haven't fixed that yet. The reason why their charts are a little messed up is because they clear their memory. So they have to have a very, very, very high tick count, so they can pull all that data for all the history every single time, versus kind of having it in the database and then adding new data as it goes along. But
you need to fix that, Zane, because you're talking about barriers to entry right now. I mean, I'd say that is probably the most annoying, apart from the stops and stuff. A highly annoying thing is not having quality charts for these futures, because it's like I feel like I'm blind all the time. Like the charts page is crap. There's nothing on Bitcoin Wisdom for me to use, and the TradingView charts have only got 2 days worth of data, and as soon as I use them, they lock up. So there's no real good charting for me.
Yeah, we have to use Hobie charts to have a rough idea of where to enter and exit.
But then like Hobie the other day, retraced to the 78.6%, whereas the futures were stuck at the 50%. So charting is a huge thing. And like I say, I mean, if you could get on the top of Bitcoin Wisdom, it's just going to raise the prominence, raise the awareness. Charting.
I think really the biggest thing that we need for getting on Bitcoin Wisdom is just people saying, hey, can you put them on Bitcoin Wisdom up top? Because we reached out, and coming from us just getting them over, sending them emails over and over and over again, it's a lot less convincing than people saying, hey, I use your site, I want this up there.
And I've actually sent him like probably 2 messages on his forum thread and about 2 or 3 tweets now as well.
And we very much appreciate that, as always.
Did you see that forum post though, where he said, I don't trust OKCoin either? But I mean, I don't like it when people say I don't trust OKCoin, because I actually say, well, why do you trust Bitfinex? You don't know shit about Bitfinex.
Yeah.
Why do you trust BTC? You don't know shit about BTC.
Hey Flavor, can you put Bitcoin Wisdom's Twitter handle in the chat so if we can all shoot him a tweet?
Yeah, he never goes on the thingy anyway, but
well, I mean, just it never hurts.
Yeah, I'll do it.
No, it is just it's where they from trying to. Oh, okay, then I don't trust them. But we've done our proof of reserves, and we had 104.86% reserves. That's more than any other exchange has had. At this point I don't see what is missing in the trust. We have very, very little downtime. We've never been hacked, never had any funds stolen. We've never sent hundreds of thousands of dollars to the wrong accounts on accident. We've never displayed user data on our site in places that it's not supposed to be there. So
yeah, I agree with you.
In the end, you just need more people like us kind of going to bat for you, because I think that's how it happens. I didn't really look too much at the Chinese exchanges until Flipper's like, hey, you need to check this out. And we went, on a hangout. He showed me all the things. I was like, wow, like, okay. I mean, I like these features. And it starts out as going on, putting a few coins over there, playing around, getting comfortable. The next thing you know, like, you just kind of look at I look at my time at Bitfinex. I was like, why was I there so long? Why did I deal with those features? So it takes that process, and I think you guys have aligned everything correct. It's just now the user base is going to be your biggest marketing tool.
Yeah. And again, guys, I really can't thank you enough for how much you guys do to help us push our product, and it really allows us to spend a little bit more time focusing on it and making everything better. And you guys have, Flibber and Bravo especially, you guys have just been a constant source of input and feedback, and not just saying, oh, you guys are so great, but telling us, hey, you guys need to get this shit fixed now, and you're very upfront, and that's what we need, and it helps in an insane amount.
Sounds to me like you got a pretty good product, man. I think at this point you just need to work out the minor kinks that you're getting from some of the big players out there, and then do the marketing that needs to be done with any product,
Yeah.
People will convert. I'm going to start converting. If these guys are using it, I'll start
John.
using it. So.
They do OKCoin condoms.
Huh?
Oh yes, we did order 10,000 OKCoin.
People still use condoms?
Oh boy.
When you go in bareback, yeah.
Zane, there was something I wanted to ask actually regarding referrals and stuff like that. I've referred a couple of guys, and it says on the referral page. I don't know if this is just like a bug or maybe it's like I'm not sure what's causing it, but when I refer someone, it says that it should take 24 hours for some sort of deposit to be made. The first thing is, it didn't take 24 hours. It took about 4 or 5 days. I'm not really bothered about it because it was just a referral code, and I wasn't, it's just a little bit of money, whatever. But didn't take 24 hours. And the other thing is that it doesn't really tell you on the referrals page what your reward would be for doing a referral.
It doesn't tell you what your reward is on the referrals page?
Yeah. Well, no. It tells you once you've been deposited, but it doesn't actually tell you what you would gain. There's no incentive to do a referral on the referral page because it doesn't tell you what you're going to get. I mean, I can show you. Do you want me to screen share? I can show you what it is. I'm not sure if you've got access or...
Last Battle says, yep, I used to avoid OKCoin because of volume fear. Now it's one of the best exchanges to trade in. He said, I don't trade futures, I'm on .cn, lots of liquidity, I can move 200 BTC easy. Gavin's just come in and said, get a margin system like Bitfinex on OKCoin and I'll go there. That is huge. Honestly, Zane, that is absolutely huge. If I was on, I wanted to go back to Finex when I was on OKCoin China, because the margin system is so annoying. It's so important.
Just FYI, Zane might have got kicked out. Hopefully he comes back in here momentarily so we can close the group up. Yeah, I think he must have gotten bounced off or something. So just give him a minute. And but I might as well bring up the last thing I wanted to make a point of. Trying to do, I think monthly would probably be a good time period, like a monthly hangout was saying. Just to kind of go over features. I think if anything, like weekly, that's just a little bit too
ridiculous.
Yeah. So, but I think on a monthly basis, especially as new features roll out, we go through the bugs, we hear other comments. If we could do a monthly hangout with Zane.
Hey guys.
Yeah, I know you got kicked out. So.
Hey Zane, I just want to read 2 things to you from TradingView.
Right.
First thing is from Last Battle. He said, volume, I used to avoid OKCoin because of volume fear. Now it's one of the best exchanges to trade in. He said, I trade on .cn, lots of liquidity there, and I can quickly move BTC in just a minute. And then Gavin said, get a margin system like Bitfinex on OKCoin, and I'll go there. And like I said, that is absolutely huge. Like seriously, that's so important, Zane. Because all the Bitfinex boys, they want easy Finex, they want easy margin. And a positive comment. Mo said, OKCoin is the only exchange that interacts with its customers and is actually trying to make their services better. What are the other exchanges doing to help users like me? It's a no-brainer. So people are listening.
Well, I'll continue to do this. I'll continue to be here. I'll continue to get as much input from you guys because, if we're making you guys happy, that means we know that we're making a lot of other people happy as well. So,
And I just when you got kicked off, I was just starting to bring it up if we could maybe arrange like a monthly hangout to do something a little bit more scheduled. I think that. Go ahead. Okay.
I can do that for no problem. And
Yeah, and that way, if we can get a date set a little bit more, people, people start to know when it is rather than just kind of random, and they'll be able to attend or plan around. So.
Yeah. And guys, if you ever have anything that you need, always feel free to reach out to me on Reddit. I'm Zane Tackett. My email is zanetackett@okcoin.com. And then we can get questions from a month and put them together at the end. And let's do that.
Hey, I got one more question before you take off. I understand you guys did a proof of reserves. I think was it a month ago? Is that going to be a regular thing? Is that when is the next one? If you can
We're looking at a few different things that are options. One way is to do it, just to have a person do a proof of reserves every once, however often. But the problem with that is, some people ask for money from it. You have to trust the other person that's doing it, or the person doing the audit or proof of reserves rather. So we want to create a system that's trustless and can get it done. So while we're researching that, we will continue to have intermittent third-party audits. The next one, we don't have a set time for it, but hopefully we can get it done somewhat soon. Really, right now, I guess the demand hasn't been there, but if people, if we can get maybe do quarterly audits or something, then we'll definitely start getting that done while we find a better solution.
Yeah,
796 has their hot wallet and cold wallet address, visible on their site.
Yeah, that is one way to go about it. You got to be a little careful releasing how many coins you have in total, but it is a good way to prove your reserve.
Hey Zane, what's your guys' support system like when somebody has problems with customer service type problems or technical problems and that sort of thing? That's a major thing for me, man.
They don't speak English.
Yeah, Zane, just before you go into it, is there any way we could, like the English support is another big thing that we hear. Is there any way we could get something a little bit more concrete? Because I think some of the people end up having issues when there's no English support around.
What do they mean, no English support?
I don't know. It's just I think
I helped you a long time.
I think I've actually been on there where they told me to come back later because nobody there spoke English well enough.
Okay. Well, we will have 24-hour English customer support. Right now, I think we only have 18, but we will have 24-hour English customer support on the phone here soon. We just got another customer support worker. She speaks 4 languages. One of them is English completely fluently, pretty much native. And so our English support, we do have support. And you guys, any of you can always reach out to me, and I'll get it handled right away. But the English support, we do have English support.
Is the international support different to the CN support, or are they both the same? They're both networked on the same place, on the same people?
Support at OKCoin.com is for the international site, and service at OKCoin.com is for the Chinese site.
Okay.
And if you look at our website, there's a number for Hong Kong, and we'll have a number for US and Singapore here soon.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. I see that.
All right.
All right.
You guys have any other questions? Anything else?
Hey Zane, make sure you just shoot that email over to me when you get a chance.
I'll have it to, I'll have it to you here in like the next 15, 20 minutes.
Cool. No rest, like I said, man. But like I said, thank you, and I would love to see this done on a monthly basis. As I use the platform more and more, I've only been on it for a couple days. I'm sure I'll have more and more questions.
All right. And you can reach out to me anytime. But yeah, I'd love to do this. Start doing a monthly thing.
Cool.
And then just like a little, I noticed actually Chris was in the TradingView chat. I don't know what it was, maybe 3 or 4 days ago. Do you guys monitor the TradingView chat to some extent?
Yeah.
Okay. And just if there's OKCoin related stuff, do you guys pop in or?
I watch TradingView just to try and get an idea on the price, if nothing else. Yeah, we monitor it. If you guys pose questions in there, I'd say it's not unlikely at all that you'll get a response from somebody. But yeah, we do.
All right, that's all I have. So I guess we can wrap this meeting up.
I think
He's gone.
Hold on.
Is this still streaming live?
Hey, did you guys hear me?
No, just do your closing statement.
I was saying hopefully for next month we can get a little promotion going. See if we can get a little bang for the first one. See what we can do for you guys.
Alrighty, sounds good.
Very cool. And please don't forget to take that survey if you have a minute. And thanks guys. It's always nice speaking to you. Any suggestions, complaints, comments, let me know on Reddit or at my email, zanetackett@okcoin.com. I'll put it in the group one more time. And yeah.
Thanks for coming on, Zane. It's good speaking with you.
Good speaking with you guys as well. Have a good night.
Bye.
Cheers, you too.